latest now on the crisis unfolding in Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, is pleading with leaders in Washington for more military aid, requesting a no-fly zone over his country. That has not happened so far and likely won't in the short-term future. Russian President Vladimir Putin says any countries imposing a no-fly zone would be considered participants in a military conflict. Putin adding any sanctions introduced on his country, such as a full ban on Russian oil to the U.S., are the equivalent of declaring war. Ukrainian authorities have put plans in to evacuate civilians on hold, citing Russian violations of an agreed ceasefire.
Western intelligence officials expect Russia to increase the pace and strength of strikes on major cities, with officials warning of many civilian casualties. And at least 1.2 million refugees have since fled Ukraine since the start of the invasion. Demonstrators in West LA today demanding more help for Ukraine and tougher measures against Russia. Organizers say they fear we are on the brink of a global disaster. They're calling for NATO to shut down the airspace above Ukraine, along with more military aid, including air defense systems. They also want tougher sanctions on Russia to fully cut them off from the rest of the world.
One grassroots fundraising group is hosting a giant bake sale at restaurants and bakeries across Los Angeles. The eatery is selling a diverse array of tasty treats, with all proceeds benefiting Ukraine. Marleanne Suter has more from the Santa Monica Farmers Market.
Well, let me get the big ones then.
Get some food and do some good as more than 40 different LA bakers, chefs, restaurants, and farmers team up with others from the food industry across the state to help Ukraine.
Seeing what's happening in Ukraine right now is absolutely heartbreaking, and so we felt like it was really important to rally, get as many people from San Francisco to San Diego together to try and do what we can from afar.
Grassroots fundraising group Gather for Good helping to organize the baked goods sale and raffle. At the Santa Monica Farmers Market, it was tortillas from the Tehachapi Heritage Grain Project. At Clark Street, Brentwood, it was Swedish cinnamon buns.
We're here just to show our support, that we stand with those people in Ukraine, and so it's a great feeling that everybody's united for this, and it's especially cool that you can have such a quick turnaround, you know?
So this is a citywide fundraiser today?
100% of the proceeds from each item sold will be going to two organizations working on the front lines: World Central Kitchen, feeding Ukrainians along the border, and Libereco Partnership for Human Rights working in Ukraine. Organizers say the response has been overwhelming.
They're donating, they're grabbing tortillas, or they're just putting money into the jar, and people understand this is a moment in time where they really need to step up.
We all have different heritages, and my history, my grandparents came from there, from Lithuania, and so it's personal for me.
You can see a full list of participants on Gather for Good's website. Leanne Suter, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Leanne, thank you. And if you want to help those in Ukraine, there are multiple ways to do it. UNICEF is working in the region to provide aid and assistance. You can also support humanitarian relief through the Red Cross. We have a link to both organizations on our website, abc7.com.
All right.